this, it is not coming out. Here's one. My hand in the way. Right there. There's one there. These nuts. So there's 3 nuts. To do this, I'm going to have to lay this machine on this back. I am going to skip trying to disconnect the water line because I have enough slack that it should not cause any problems. It has a little bit of weight to it. So I've already determined that if I cannot get this out, I'm going to buy a new washer. I'm not too worried about breaking anything. Okay, so for right now, we're going to take off this one, and one down here somewhere. Should have had a towel from the very beginning. Probably should have disconnected the cold and hot water, but I have enough space to do what I need to do, I think. Next step is I'm going to unclip this. So I have my little knee pad, or you can use something else. And also I went and got gloves. Focus. There it comes. This was snapped on to the wires here, but I had to use a screwdriver to unsnap this and then take it off. Taking off the hoses and putting the machine on its back would have been simpler. This should come out now. Now, the goal is to try to get these two to separate. From what I gather, I got this huge socket. This is a 1 1/8, but 1 1/16, or looks like anything around there should work. Probably even a 1 inch. So I'm going to try to hammer this through, at least get it loose enough. I gave it a few hits before I started the video. Let's try it now. I made some progress there. Before it was a little bit out, but now it's going in. I should just buy a new washer, but I got time today. This is broken now, but I'm at the point of no return. I want to get it out. Oh, there it is. It just slid out. All right, so I kept pulling, and it is coming out. All right, so a lot of crud down there. So my goal is, before I put this back together, definitely try to clean all of that out. Just clean everything. That's how it looks like. So I'm gonna clean all of this. And I noticed that little tube over there. Let me zoom in on it. This is clogged up a lot, so I should be able to take that outside and get that out as well. Now I'm outside and I am trying to get this gasket off. So I'm taking my A screwdriver, and I'm just prying between here. But essentially what I'm doing here is trying to get this gasket out that's got rust or something on it. But I think this is a good picture here. It's kind of hard to see. 5 to 10 minutes. I've been using these wire snippers to cut around this gasket here just to get it out. And here we go. I've been cutting around and it's very hard to get out. I figure to change this gasket out, I might have to get a lot of this rubber, and it looks like rust or whatever it is. Now it comes out like the video. Or like the professional video, I should say. The wire snippers have been cutting and finally getting this thing off. And the worst part is there's so much gunk around this. I don't think it's possible for water to be seeping through this thing. Could be wrong, but anyways, this might be a scenario where I was just determined just to get this off, even though I'll probably end up just buying another washing machine. But now it comes off. Take this, stick it down here. I just don't think this was the problem with the wash machine leaking. So anyways, this thing is pretty bad. I just don't see how water might have been seeping down. All right. Tried putting this back on, and a little difficult. As you can see, a little bit of rust here. Well, a lot of rust. So I'm going to spray some WD-40. Not sure if I'm supposed to, but that's what I'm going to do. And this is going to line up with the hole over there, but I'm glad I didn't take that off. Now that is on, I'm turning to the drum here, and there's a lot of rust inside. It's kind of hard to see it, but that looks pretty bad. But I'm going to take some WD-40 and just spray all around this thing, and then see if I can slide it back on. I'm going to spray in the inside first. I'm going to whole lot of, I don't know, might have been lint. It's packed in there. So I took my water hose, I should have showed you, but on the other side of this is a little hole about the size of maybe a dime. I just sprayed in there non-stop until water was just coming out of this top part. I've started putting the washing machine back together and pretty much trying to do everything in reverse order. I ran into one problem, so I figured I'd go back on camera for this. The first thing I did was to put this back on, of course, and I connected the hoses. Then I went ahead and put these plates back on. But the problem I'm having is I need for these to be flush, and it is not flush like this. This is preventing me from being flush. From a prior video, I think I'm gonna have to Something needs to be rotated, not sure exactly what. Another YouTube video. It said the spring clutch must be opposite of the brake cam. I'm assuming this piece here needs to be the opposite of this, so it needs to be over here. So I'm going to try that. I finally realized what the real problem is. This should not be sticking out. This should be flush, and that's the same distance. The reason why this is not flush with these screws. So I'm going to take a block with a hammer, place it here, and I'm going to try to hammer it back in. It is almost like the other one. I'm going to use my long flathead screwdriver to make it look like the other one. Be clear. So this one is really inside, whereas this one here was sticking up, and it's still sticking out just a little bit. So I'm going to use my flathead to finish this. That is in there now. I think that is much better. There, that's the one side, and then it's the other side that was. Can I get a good view of that? Yes, now that is in. Okay. Definitely wear some gloves, some black pants. Okay. And there it is. Get some screws started here. Well, I think I'm gonna have to hammer that in some more. I need just a little bit more clearance. That's not gonna cut it. Anyways, these actually need to go in there, and it's right there. So I gotta hammer that in some more. Last one goes. Got my 1/2-inch socket again. And for the last one, I need an extension for this one because it is in there. Put this water drain pump back on. Alright, use these wire pliers to get this back on. Back on. Oh, I see the problem. I had it turned the wrong way. Silly. There it is. I had to turn the wrong way. I had it turned vertically and it was horizontal. Getting these hoses flush with this little notch. I should have connected these cables back without this pump on. Okay. Now, I'm going to put these connectors back. So the hard part is these two red wires. I did not notice they came off when I was taking this unit off because I only took off this. And this is simple. But I took a picture of something I saw online got it back on. One thing I noticed is when I pushed this up, I had to make sure this actually snapped in because I thought I was done, and I said, wait a minute, it looks like it's sticking out, but yes, that needs to snap in. Using a flathead screwdriver at the end and kind of like push them in from the back to make sure these wires here. Putting the clips back on. So all right, both clips are on. Before I set this up, I'm going to connect the water discharge hose back up. Okay, I got the hose back on. Vacuum as much as possible. I have everything back connected again, except for the outside casing. This will allow me to see the leak if there is one again. Before I put everything back together, I saw this trick that was pretty neat. Rather than putting the casing back on, you can test this by connecting two wires to this orange looking wire and the gray. Connecting those two will bypass the switch and let water run. Connecting my hoses back. I'm using the GFI outlet to test this. Turn on my water. It's on now. Alright, let's see if we can run. One error that I made, I forgot to connect this hose, and when I started the water, it started coming out of the top, so I had to turn it off, put the machine in spin cycle and let it drain all the water out. Alright. Okay, this was a challenging project, but I was able to put everything back together and everything is working. Anyways, thank you for watching.